on the planet have already faced off at these World Championships. Reigning gold medalists Merrill Davis and Charlie White of the United States skated what they later called one of their best short dances of the season. But before international judges, they totaled below their season's best score and find themselves behind the Canadian Olympic champion and former world champions Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir. And they were at their best in the short dance, completely in sync as they rumbled their way to the lead. But that lead is less than 1.5 points ahead of their American rivals. The free dance and the gold medal at stake live right now at the World Figure Skating Championships on Universal Sports. A beautiful shot once again. Hosting these Figure Skating World Championships on the coast of the Mediterranean is beautiful Nice, France. Shortly we'll be inside the Palais des Expositions for the free dance to determine the gold medal once again between the United States and Canada.
Today on Universal Sports.
Both teams felt like they skated their best, so we're off to a good start. However, both teams also got the same levels, which were not what they expected based on their experience in the Grand Prix season. They had earned all level 4s at multiple competitions throughout the season, the highest level of difficulty you can attain, and yet here we saw multiple level 3s, downgrades in the execution and in the grading of the actual technical award. So it's going to be interesting to see in the free dance, because whomever is going to win needs all level 4s, a perfect skate, and the same level of performance that we saw yesterday.
So judging, unfortunately, once again, going to be, by just required, a topic of conversation, and also required to take a look back at the virtuoso performance in the short dance of Virtue and Moir. And they are the reigning Olympic champions from Vancouver under tremendous pressure. And a look at their performance in the short dance that put them in the lead.
The subject for tonight's lecture is rhythm, 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 rhythm.
Great expectations for this short dance from the beginning of the season, as this was in fact their free dance music from last season. They were only able to compete it twice due to Tessa's injury and the recovery time they took off the ice last season. But everyone expected them to be much more comfortable with the Latin rhythm, having that experience last season compared to the rest of the competition, and it certainly has paid off.
And as we take a look back, Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir, again the current leaders, you made a very important point about level 3, level 4. For someone who's not necessarily on the inside, what can they look for that will distinguish one level from another that will determine the gold medal?
Well, unfortunately, it's not usually something that the blind eye can see. It's something that the technical specialists take a look at in slow motion on their monitors in their replays. So it's really so precise without any glaring errors. It's hard to know what's level 3 from 4.
Russet brandy in a diamond glass. Everything is made from dreams. Time is made from honey, slow and sweet. Only the fools know what it means. Temptation.
On top of just delivering such a great performance here, it's even made more impressive after having seen them struggle through this event at their previous competitions this season, once Scott taking a fall, the next time Tessa taking a fall, they've struggled to make a clean performance. And so to be able to have no errors along with delivering a confident, impactful performance just made that much more special last night.
Clean, solid, and entertaining for the reigning Olympic champions and current leaders for the world title, Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir from Canada. And after their short dance, they caught up with our Andrea Joyce and shared their thoughts on their performance and going forward.
Tessa and Scott came into these World Championships saying that they were in their own bubble, your own special bubble. Looked like it was a pretty good place to be. Can you describe it?
Well, we're loving the bubble. It's a really good thing for us to think about, just blocking all the distractions and really just focusing on our job and connecting with each other.
But it's hard to ignore the fact that, you know, coming into this competition, you did beat Charlie and Merrill at 4 continents after they had won 10 straight competitions. Do you get the sense that the momentum is shifting?
Well, that's the best thing about the bubble. The focus is of the bubble is not to worry about things like that. So we really let everybody else worry about momentum and stuff like that, and we're just focusing on going out there and skating our best program.
It should be quite a matchup once again to head. And to set that up, when we come back, we'll take a look at Merrill Davis and Charlie White, their short dance that currently has them in second position. And Fabian Borzat, they were third after the short dance, 3.18 points behind the leaders from Canada, and certainly with a home crowd behind them, possibly influencing the judges just a little bit. We'll see what happens. And now live out on the ice, the next to last group out on the ice, Bobrova and Soliev, who struggled a little bit in their short dance, and they will be in this next to last group among the leaders.
It's very interesting to be in this second to last group. In a way, you feel somewhat excluded from that coveted final group, but at the same time, all of these teams, including the ones we see here now, Maya and Alex Shibutani, have at one point or another been contenders with every couple in the final group as well. So it's really still anyone's game at this point. I still anticipate a lot of changes in the placements after this free dance based on the mistakes that we saw in the short dance. With another clean performance, who knows which teams will surpass the other, and it's just going to be very exciting to see how all of these teams handle the pressure.
Some very interested coaches, Igor Shipovan and Marina Zueva. And we're talking about the Shibutanis. They were 7th after the short dance, but a surprising 3rd at the last World Championships in Moscow. So they know what it's like to skate very, very well in the free dance under the pressure of the World Championships. Live free dance when we return to the World Championships. Coverage coming your way on Universal Sports. First couple in this next to last group from the United States, Madison Hubble and Zach Donahue, 8th after the short dance, both 21 years of age.
And an 8th place finish after the short dance is quite impressive for these two, with it being their very first Worlds. And perhaps most impressively, and to note, their technical element score in the short dance actually had them in 5th place. So they certainly have the chops, so to speak, to be real international contenders.
3rd at the U.S. Championships in just their first season together.
You know I love you. I put a spell on you. I put a spell on you. Because you're mine.
Madison and Zach have spent a lot of time this season working with a new assistant coach in Massimo Scali, the recently retired Italian ice dance champion, and I can see the work that he's done just on really bringing out the sensuality in this program. Certainly a style that he was well known for when he competed, and suits them quite well as well.
You're running around
Well, this couple agrees that one of their real strengths is their chemistry together on the ice. So why not give them a setting, give them music? You got to love Joe Cocker, and put them in outfits that really exemplifies that togetherness in just their first season.
One of the things I really like about this program is that it's choreographed in a way that allows it to breathe. It allows them to use the strengths that they do have in their powerful lower bodies and gaining that ice coverage that makes them look so fast compared to the competition. It's really done well. Seems similar to the strategy they employed in their short dance, that they're being a lot more cautious in terms of tempering that emotional aspect of the program to be certain that they're going to be secure. You can see they're just getting a little bit sloppier towards the end. They have to skate clean to have a shot at retaining the same position they have been after the short dance. Very solid skate and just a remarkable connection. For a brand new team, it is so rare to see this level of maturity, this much chemistry, such a bright future for these two, and it must feel absolutely wonderful to have skated so clean at your first World Championships together.
Madison Hubbell and Zach Donahue, both 21 years of age. They were 8th after the short dance, and after a full 4 minutes of the free dance, give or take 10 seconds on either side, I think they will be well pleased with yet another consistent program. More live skating from the World Championships right after this. From Russia, Katerina Ryazanova and Ilya Kachenko. Very disappointing 10th after the short dance, and as they get into position, Hubbell and Donahue 84.39 in their free dance, a new season high, total 143.95. They are currently the new leaders.
Ryazanova and Tkachenko, who we see here, was actually one of the teams who struggled a little bit in the short dance. Couldn't quite get their legs underneath them and had scattered, shaky moments. Looking to change that here with the free dance now.